Okay, let's do some stuff. That's what we do here, right? Stuff. Just making sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, what am I doing here? I'm at Karnak for the first time. I don't really need to grind or anything. That was me I got my turbo mapped to this X button, which is normally your menu in these on the Super Nintendo. I wonder if maybe I should remap that. But it kinda... I don't know. This is okay. So yeah, this is my wacky setup here for this particular Fiesta run. I'm doing two concurrently. One's under my personal account that I'm doing on an actual hardware. And this one, I want to use these classes because I'm thinking of kind of doing a triple crown thing with FF3 and FFT. And we'll see about that. And I had been doing an FFT run way back in December, January. Took a bit of a hiatus that I explained yesterday. And man, I'm super red on that video. Wonder why. I'm not in a, like, I'm wearing a red shirt, but I'm otherwise not that red. Or if I am, someone should call an ambulance on my behalf. Right? Anyway, yeah, doing this. And I did a thing where I did a mild form of save hacking to get these classes early, so I wouldn't be screwing around with classes. I don't know how frowned upon that type of thing is. I think other people do it. And if they don't, then who cares? Because I don't think that Reverend Kyoku particularly cares about how closely we follow the rules. We're just playing the game in a novel way and having fun and raising money. And what I'm doing does result in a contribution to Child's Play, and that's, well, it's because of I'm using the job fair to do this. I'm giving myself all these jobs, so I don't need to grind at all. I'm a little high level, actually. 15 already. And I'm sure I can do the next couple dungeons without much issue. How much money do I have? Oh, I have tons of money. Okay, so like, getting a couple frost rods might not be a bad idea. But you only get to make one purchase here. Just buy the most expensive thing that's practical. Is anything here practical? Those are certainly going to be practical eventually. You there, freeze. That guy doesn't look... Oh, I thought he was supposed to be a guard. I thought he looks like a pretty lame guard. This is a nice time to have fast forward these weird timed events. I've been hyping up the fast forward. I don't usually play with fast forward on this game, and I've you know, last year I did a run. I've been doing a run on my Game Boy Advance SP concurrently with this one. Well, quite a bit before this one, and I've been really enjoying having access to fast forward. I hope that's not one of my children walking around. So we're supposed to go to the fire-powered ship. And I don't think there's anything we can get here because we kind of have to walk through it all later. This is the part where you build your familiarity before you have to rush through the castle later. Something's happening in my house, so if I disappear, there's going to be a reason for that. Hey, I have a couple people watching. That's cool. Welcome. I don't know who you are. We're going to want a whole bunch of, well, at least 3 of these. And these are very nice in the near future. And these are always handy, and these we'll definitely use before the end of the world. So yeah, bought a bunch of stuff. Do we have more armor cycling? Wow, I got 4 people in here. That's fun. A plumed hat. How good are those? Are those better than the wizard thingies I have? And are those better? I don't know. Let's just buy everything. We're not hurting for money. There we go. Buy everything is my solution. Oh yeah, these are certainly better for these people. You may as well keep a rod. That's gonna power up Shiva, so... Oh, that's a big upgrade for you. Do you want to keep your Kimpogi? It's worth 1 strength point. I don't know how impactful that is. I also don't know how impactful 2 defense is. I think we'll keep the Kimpogi on for style points. So that was a little bit wasteful, but whatever. Don't really need any magic. There's no more viable summons in the whole game, pretty much. Don't think there's hidden goodies in town, at least none I can get to right now. There might be a piano, though. Just trust me, it was really good. Hopefully no one was watching who was like, damn, I really want to hear that piano song. I could use an inn before I do the fire ship. Let's squander some resources first, because we can do that kind of thing. Do you think my monk can kick them all, like, effectively? Oh wow, not bad. Imagine kick being that useful. I'm not... Ah! That was stupid. I'm not super used to having a monk on the team. Haven't done that in this game for really long, since, you know, a time when I wanted to max my stats, which was probably when the Game Boy Advance version was new. Everyone says they're one of the crappiest jobs for the Fiesta. Everyone. Everyone who's in the know. Everyone who's anyone. I could also have Lena with a fire rod, which, these guys are weak to fire. I forget if... I know it ignores defense. I forget if it ignores evasion. Let's give it a shot. I don't really need, again, the experience, but it's kind of more like, why not? Yeah, that hit, that worked. And this is, most people would say, the best spot to grind for money in the whole first world. And the reason you might do that is to buy very expensive elemental rings that are only available here, that come in handy for quite a while. So they're handy for a fairly hard battle in the end of the second leg of the game. Not necessary for this party. Although, you know, the thing that my party has as a relative weakness is healing. Not that that's going to be a big barrier. We're playing natural, so my party is going to... Like, they're okay classes. Ninja's pretty good, Bard's pretty good, Summoner's pretty good. But I'm not going to be able to use any sort of class synergies, really, because they're not equipping each other's skills. And that has made my Game Boy Advance run kind of fun. One thing that's actually really cool is, like, I got 2 dancers, Blue Mage, White Mage, and it's actually pretty sweet. I'm finding through World 2 having dance to restore MP. So, like, I can use my level 5 death, my level 4 quarter, Aqua Breath, and things like that fairly liberally, as long as I'm willing to dance my MP back up on the next encounter. It's not perfect on all areas. Can't use it against undead. There's a random chance of it not doing what you want. Well, more like there's a random chance of it doing what you want. But it's actually been very effective in a lot of areas, notably Sage Guido's Cave, where the only things you're fighting are metamorphs and dark aspects. You've just got air knives, at least if you've skipped ahead to more a little bit, you've got air knives. And Sword Dance one-shots the guy's called Dark Aspect, and it does like 5,000 damage to the metamorph who has 6,000 hit points. So it's actually pretty cool. Your dance attack is either siphoning MP or doing amazing damage. Or, you know, it's got that chance of healing HP or confusing the enemies, which doesn't really matter, but at least you're disabling them. It's good. I realize now I'm not using any resources I do this, so I could be doing this grind forever. Get to level 25 here, smooth saving the rest of the game. I shouldn't do that. I should go to the fire ship. Probably like right now. This is stupid. Sure is fast though compared to playing on the Game Boy Advance. Like no kidding, but it's exciting to me. How silly that Bard is mastered already. I was doing this for a long time. You would think I would know where the inn is. I mean, I was doing this a lot on the Game Boy. I actually grinded out 4 flame rings on the Game Boy Advance version. So. I don't know what I was anticipating. I guess I didn't think my jobs were going to be as good as they are on the Chaos run I'm doing on my Game Boy Advance. There is sort of a synergy between Dancer and, well, magic using classes, but Blue Mage especially. Really looking forward to having Mighty Guard, but who wouldn't be? I think the rule here is the farthest thing away is the thing you actually want. Whoops, I didn't want that. Okay. Oh dear. Oh, that wasn't strong. Lots of good music in this game. You know, I feel like this soundtrack really isn't as good as 4 and 6. Referring to Final Fantasy 4 and 6. I think on the original release, the instrumentation was just weaker. A lot of people love the mountain music, but I just find it kind of weak sounding. But I don't know. It's really not that bad. It grows on you, I guess. It's a good game. I can't imagine someone who plays through this and says this is a bad game. I can imagine that about some of the other Final Fantasies. I've never, you know, quit playing a Final Fantasy game. Have I? I'm sure I've stopped a novelty playthrough partway through or something, but... There's a Moonring Blade in this dungeon at the end. That's going to be great fun to get. Oh, hey, I know you. Oh, Battle on the Bridge. Yeah, that's wonderful. And there's, you know, that's one of those ones that every part of the community is really into. And you see a ton of remixes and such of that. I mean, I do. I don't know. I was listening recently to the first album by the Black Mages, which is Nobuo Uematsu's rock band. I listen to a lot of video game music while I'm marking papers because it gets pretty dry, and I find if I listen to music with lyrics, I get distracted. So that's when I listen to things like that the most. Hey, do you do 4-job Fiesta at all? You do that kind of thing? It doesn't sound like your kind of gaming experience from what I know. Oh, I got the chat showing up in the window, but in a way that's completely useless. Do I what? I was asking if you do the 4-job Fiesta. Play Final Fantasy V with sets of randomly selected classes, and if you look it up, they do this thing where they donate the money to the Child's Play charity. You don't know Final Fantasy V? Well, it's actually pretty neat. The job system from Final Fantasy Tactics was basically the third instance of the job system. And each one started to add new customization options, and so Final Fantasy V is the medium, the middle ground in terms of job system implementation. And I don't think anyone cares about anything that happened after Tactics with regards to the job system. Final Fantasy III, as in not Super Nintendo but NES, and then it was re-released on DS, it had this job system, but nothing carried over between characters, and so it wasn't that good. It made every character more or less identical. You could change on a whim to meet any need. There wasn't a lot of customization involved the way there is. Like in Tactics, you know, you set your reaction ability based on what's going to happen. You kind of build your character. You choose the things they're going to learn. Final Fantasy V, you don't choose what you're going to learn, but you do carry over one ability between classes. Normally. I'm playing kind of a weird crippled playthrough here. Yeah. It results in some... Oh, that was stupid. In some pretty neat things. It's a fun game. It's not deep character-driven narrative. It's not epic story. It's not Final Fantasy VI. It's not Final Fantasy IV. But it is fun to play. This is, I think... Is this the way forward, or... Getting lost here. Yeah, save point. What one did I go in? The first two? I have a terrible memory, and the way I yammer on while I play, you know, that's occupying my working memory. I'm just useless here. Wonder if those guys drop flame scrolls. That would be fun. Magitech Factory 1. Yeah, you know, it kind of is. There were high-tech dungeons in earlier Final Fantasy games, as far back as the first. But this one with the conveyor belts and stuff, a little more interactive than, you know, the Tower of Babel in Final Fantasy IV and such. It kind of is the high-tech dungeon of the game. Are there more later? I'm trying to remember. Oh, I did something foolish there. Green beret. I think that might be really nice. Yeah. Who doesn't love the generic high-tech dungeon? I need to fix the font size on that chat thingy. Looks pretty stupid. It didn't go in this one. And one of these has that moon ring blade. I really want it. Yeah. Is it? No, it's not this. Thief's gloves, though. Can't use it, but whatever. It's funny when you say you don't do it because you don't know Final Fantasy V, but everyone has to know it at some point. I've seen on forums and stuff, a lot of people pick this up because of the tie to charity, and they do it, and this is their first time ever playing Final Fantasy V, and they play this way. I wouldn't really advocate that, but it's not a big barrier. I think anyone could do this kind of playthrough and have fun. What am I doing with my life? Is this... What is this way? Oh, a thingy. Oh yeah, that's what I want. Nice. Oh, that's going to be nice and strong. 5 calculator run on F... That's hilarious. I've heard the legends of the calculator SCC, as they say. That's hilarious. I would like to watch that. Have you been streaming it? Team auto battle. Yeah, well... I can't imagine it's exciting, but at the same time... I don't know. Unless you set yourself some kind of level limit, I guess it's probably just really grindy. Playing it on your phone. Interesting. Yeah, I was playing the phone version of Tactics. I was pretty satisfied with that when it came out. 3 turns of them casting Holy on everyone. Oh, because of the auto battle. Yeah, the auto battle on Tactics is kind of fun the way it often does really good calculator moves. I enjoy auto battle on FFT. I don't know. I use it a lot of times when it's not merited. I'll put like one person on auto battle and then the rest of my team is kind of responding to them, which is funny because I do hate the guest characters. But 3 turns of them casting Holy though, that seems excessive. It seems like things should be dead by that point. Play as Ramza only. You know what's a neat challenge for Tactics that I had heard about, I don't know if or when I would run it, but it sounded cool, was this challenge, and I forget what they called it, R4M or something, because it was RM4M. It was Ramza as a mediator. He's exclusively mediator from as soon as he can be. And you never play with a party of anything other than monsters. What did I... Oh, I did something wrong here. Yeah, Ramza as a mediator with 4 monsters. So you got free use of your talk skills. You got relatively free ability to recruit things, and it lets you see more monster abilities, which, you know, are kind of neat, but often kind of underperforming. And I think they had suggested rules as well that were like only 1 monster of a specific type. Not even species, but type. That sounded novel to me. Sounded cool. This is very Magitech Factory-y. But, you know, it doesn't have any of these switch puzzles, really. So my healing is going to be a piece of garbage right now, unsurprisingly. But I've got a lot of firepower. Maybe I should say ice power. Skipping the story a little bit, such as it is. I could throw a water scroll, but I'm not gonna do it. The hand is immune to magic, so I gotta chill out on the magic right now. I don't think it has built-in counters, though. Oh, it does. Oh, that's pretty... Oh, right on the amount of HP he has. Well, I don't want Bart. I was gonna say Ramza. That's funny. I don't want him to be dead. Let's do a boosted Shiva that I shouldn't... Oh no, I could have at this point normally. But it should be super powerful. Of course, Bart's is probably going to just die again. Right on the number of hit points twice. That's pretty cool. Let's just leave him dead. Oh. Oh, that guy's pretty darn evasive. Yeah. This might just do it, though. Did my camera stall on me making like a really dumb-looking face? Oh, okay. Wow, that was strong and unfortunate. Okay, so this fight's not going super duper well. I don't have a fire scroll, I don't think. That was nice and strong. What should I do here? I think I kind of need Shiva. Wish I had some high potions. Ah, nuts. Whoa. Okay, we might be dead here. Let's not die. That's going to be the strategy. We have a handful of elixirs. I'm going to go ahead and use an early elixir on someone who only needs hit points, because I think Ferris can end the fight. See? Wow. That was stupid, but, you know, there was risk involved. Cool. That sucked. 2 people at 1 hit point. Feels bad. Okay. We are going to have some danger in the near future. There's a recovery pot, though, so I'm going to go ahead and not do anything. So you say you don't know Final Fantasy V, but there is a timed sequence coming up. And it's the only timed sequence in the whole game. Pretty sure. And it's sometimes kind of stressful, because you want to get all the good treasure. And I want to get the good treasure, but I'm going to need that recovery pot. I'm not going to use all my healing items right now, so... They've done some good sprite work around, you know, little magical fields that appear around things, but that one just looks cheap and crappy, that green squiggle. Hope you wait for Shadow, indeed. Actually, there kind of is a thing like that. If you're using blue mages, there's a really good blue magic you can get as part of the sequence, so usually people are waiting to get hit by a certain blue magic, so that they learn it at this early point in the game. It makes this sequence kind of interesting. And there's a few really good treasures that you have to go out of your way to get. You're probably going to see it if you're here for another 5 minutes, so... I think you have 10 minutes to do it. I hope I don't accidentally fast forward. That would kind of ruin me. So that pot there is a recovery pot, but I don't think I get to use it right now because they all walk upstairs. Which is funny. I like when they stand around during story scenes when like 2 of them are knocked out completely. Is the timer going yet? Oh, not yet. Okay, so I actually have to go downstairs to get to the recovery pot. It's going to cost me a couple seconds here. Still the right thing to do. Okay, gonna do a save during the time sequence here. It's pretty fresh in my mind. I don't think I'm gonna screw this one up too bad. I am gonna skip some chests that have fights in them, even though I'm a little overpowered. I don't want this to be too stressful. Speaking of stressful, this one's pretty nice to get. I won't be able to use it at all, but whatever. Oops, that was focus. Damn it. Well, there goes focus. Super powerful attacks against a sorcerer. Whatever. And everyone gains a level that slows us down. A ribbon. But ribbons are a little bit limited by class in this game, so... I don't want to fight these guys. How long is the Shiva animation here? It's a few seconds. That was pretty good. Nothing on this floor. There's a few on the way out. Nothing there. No, these are the really time-consuming part. One of these in each room is just money and there's no fight involved. Can I run using smoke? I still have smoke on. Oh, I don't still have smoke on. Whoops. I'm gonna go back to Shiva then. Ah, damn it, I got the wrong one. Yeah, and most of them are elixirs unless you find the really good ones. Okay, you go up on the roof, you find a special door. I don't think there's randoms on the roof. Go up a section, go down a section, etc. And you get something pretty good here, some special knife. That Moonring Blade is nice and strong, but it has seemed to be missing more. I don't know if that's a property of the Moonring Blade or if I'm getting unlucky. Wow, Bartz has been charging his attack for a long time. Uh-oh. That's not good. Elven Mantle. That's pretty good. That's an accessory that gives you like a flat, I think it's 1/3 dodge rate for any physical attack. And also a single boost to a couple stats, a minor boost to a couple stats. I could probably run from things. I really should have taken the time to put smoke on, but I don't think I need to worry about it if I keep on being cheap like this. Being cheap, you know? That's That's my strategy here, is being cheap. Ah, I should have known. Oh, that guy's considered back row. Drag. If I was a character in an RPG, and I was in a castle that was going to explode in 10 minutes, I would switch from a turn-based battle system on the spot. I would be like, nope, we're not doing turn-based. We're switching. We're doing Secret of Mana now, guys, and we're just gonna dash past the enemies, just like we do in the Witch's Castle. We got no time for the novelty of turn-based battle. I'm gonna use Shiva again. Get out of here. No, that was maybe wasteful now that I see that that guy died. Whatever. Mangosh. Okay, now we can kind of get out of here. There's an important white magic spell you can get on the way out, which is kind of funny because I won't really be able to use it. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to go back and revisit one of these saves and get it to completion or something, but I don't think it's actually ever going to happen. That's a stupid thing to spend time on, but whatever. Learned Asuna. I have enough time for this, I decided. I mean, I have enough time for a few more things, really. I'm not finding a lot of time pressure. I'm still bright red on my camera. I have no idea why. I don't actually resemble a tomato. I'm wearing a red shirt, like I said, but... Lightning scroll. Interesting. Do I actually want to fight Ironclaw? I feel like I may as well. Everyone's pretty useful right now except Bards. Is he dead? No, he's not. I've seen a lot of people turn green before. Interesting. I don't know. The lighting isn't particularly red in here. It's a kind of yellowy light. I wonder if it was just me or the shirt somehow reflecting everything around me. I think this guy might have like 800 HP, nothing crazy. Deathclaw. So that's the one people want to wait for. That's the wait for shadow of the game. Golly, that was quite a critical hit there. And we're done. So I had tons of time. I could have got a few more elixirs there, but no big deal. I've got a ton of elixirs. I basically squandered one against the liquid flame, so Need to figure out why that text is so gigantic. Is that the type of thing I can fix on the spot pretty easily? I don't know, I'll screw with it later. Beastmaster, Geomancer, so exciting. Ninja. And I say so exciting because Geomancer in this game is not as amazing as it is in Tactics. It goes from being like a bottom tier class to like a fairly high tier class. I think Geomancers are pretty great in Tactics, anyway. I think we've learned that I need to buy more healing items. I also don't think high potions are widely available yet. And Phoenix Stones are super expensive in this game. I think we're further ahead to just not die. We'll try that out. And I forget if there's anything useful about talking to the Queen. No. There is one extra item we can get in town. I don't remember if it's actually useful. There's like a box behind some fire that we can now access, so... I think that was it. Yeah. Not exciting. But a free thing is a free thing. They did a study. I thought that guy might tell me something useful because the next place I'm going is full of scholars. I think I'll walk in a wide circle around this desert. I messed around with it on purpose in my other playthrough because I had blue mages. Found it surprisingly easy to get Aqua Breath and get out of there. There was nothing especially hard about it, frankly. But there's no reason to tempt fate, especially in the early going. Fairness really does have a ton of HP. Ah yes, the aging feeler. I wonder why someone came up with that the move feeler, used by a tentacle monster, should magically age a character, or unnaturally age a character. Maybe it is natural. I don't feel older when I get hit with a tentacle, I don't know about you guys. Uh-oh. Well, I'm not going to fix that. And you can go on the book to fight, or on the roof to fight a book. But I think there's not really a lot of... Oh, there's no harm. This guy uses level 5 death. I think I'm in the clear. I haven't exactly been checking up regularly, but... Oh yeah, I never went back to Tycoon Castle. You can have done that at this point. Do I want to make the detour? There's no harp. There's no knife. I don't know if it matters. Gotta do it sometime. May as well do it. It's pretty far out of the way. Maybe I should just wait for free control of the ship. Nah, let's do it. There's healing staff, but we're not going to make any use of that. Ah, if I took one more step, it would have been the bigger bad. Oops. Forgot about my new extra elven mantle. I did a little bit of a risky move crossing the desert there, but not that bad. Hopefully I don't hit level 20, because then level 5 death is going to wreck me. I am still going to end up fighting more of those dudes. Oops, didn't... whatever. Sylph is always good. We'll stay kind of healthy doing that. Switch from Frost Rod to Fire Rod, which is useful against book enemies and against those wolves if I encounter them again. Not useful against turtles, but whatever. Yeah, I could have done this much earlier when I think about it, but whatever. And so this is where you come back to the areas from the very, very beginning of the game, when I was still screwing around with my lightly hacked save state. Bunch of cutscene stuff that I'm going to skip, mostly. check. There are a few kind of semi-hidden goodies around this castle, so... There's some hidden goodies, semi-hidden. I wonder why they chose to have those guys marching on the spot all the time. I feel like you should find something in Lena's room. Some filth remnant of her childhood, I don't know. I guess I'm thinking of Cyan in Final Fantasy VI. How come all the right pots? Oh, that's odd. Bad response on the buttons, I guess. And then those go outside. Yeah. They go outside to actually what is the setting of the very first scene in the whole game, I suppose. Lots of goodies here. And they actually matter at this point, which is strange, but Phoenix Stones and Ethers, as we've been observing, they're pretty prohibitively expensive, so... There's also a couple really hidden stuff. I didn't know these for a long time, but check this out. You go behind these trees, and where's the door? Oh no, it's not there, it's up here. Yeah. Behind the wall. Whoops. And I don't think there's much here. I think it's only what's in the treasure chests, and I think they're both cottages. Still, it's like super hidden. You would think there'd be something, you know, kind of amazing, but not overpowering, perhaps. I've got a cat doing strange things just beside me here. This is one of those places where the thieves' passage finding ability is helpful. And a shuriken, that's always nice. Did I get the healing staff? Healing staff, diamond bell, Ashura. Okay, cool. Can't use any of those. But the Ethers and Phoenix Downs and Elixir, it's pretty nice, actually. So dragons can't fly over mountains in this game. For some reason, large birds can. Who am I to tell people what kind of animals should be able to fly over mountains, though? You think Hannibal listened to anyone about what animals can go over mountains? Maybe it was well known that elephants could cross the Alps, I don't know. Do you think anyone had taken one elephant across the Alps before? They must have, right? I'm not that well versed in history of that sort. We'll walk a wide path around the desert again, I think. Kick makes a funny sound effect in this game, and I know I'm fast-forwarding every battle, but you can kind of like just barely hear it, because it goes like whoop. It's this funny kind of high-pitched, squeaky sound. Every step on the desert is a tiny mistake. Am I quoting Linkin Park? Every step in the desert's a tiny mistake to you. That whole part's probably a little bit out of place, but whatever. My point in saying that is, you know, it's risky, those steps on the desert. The Chimera you fight on the desert is pretty darn strong. We're gonna step outside, we're gonna save, we're gonna be sure that we're not level 20. And let's try going through the library. Get ourselves educated. I don't exactly understand what's supposed to be happening here when you duck into these alcoves and the shelves all move. Or I think you have to go over here. Yeah. I know that they're supposed to be haunted, but I don't know what they're responding to, and what those gaps in the bookshelves are supposed to be. I don't know that. If he used Moonflute, that would actually be kind of awesome. Using Kick here would be pretty pointless, as the enemies pretty much all appear single in the entire area, as they're the pages in the book. So one disappears and then the page changes to, for some reason, they're all powers of 2. If you love powers of 2, you start to realize, like, I don't think I've encountered 128 yet. It's not like you can't predict the way encounters work unless you know the encounter list anyway, but yeah, the encounters just work a little strangely here. Wonder who came up with the powers of 2 idea. Flame Rod was not effective against him. So here we get to something interesting, and it is a isolated single book named Defreet. Pretty strong Phyra. He doesn't counter everything, huh? He has a fixed miss rate, though, that's kind of different. Oh, I should have put on my Frost Rod. I put on the Flame Rod on purpose, but Defreet's the one thing here that doesn't really go with. Okay, Galuf's gonna be dead here. We can probably still salvage this if we do a proper Shiva. It'd be really nice if he had another attack in store if he could use it against Ferris first. nasty. If Lena can survive another blaze, we'll be fine. Ah, I just yanked on my USB there. $100, eh? Hopefully you're still getting some sound, since I really pulled out the old USB hub. There we go. I have proven my worth. So that's wonderful for Lena. I never put on my mangoshas either. Or my single mangosh. I'll probably want to pop that on Galuf at some point when he's not face down in the dirt. You got a save point coming up? That's right. Free to show you who's boss bookshelf. I really don't want to use my Phoenix Downs, they're just so expensive. Oops. Do I have to fight it? Hey, there's 128. We were expecting him. Wow, this is a long fight. There's 7 different enemies. There we are. This will feel good. This might be the first right time to use a cottage, but I'll try a tent. I think the tent is like 1000 HP and 100 MP, so it didn't actually matter. Nice. That means I'm gonna have to fight that gauntlet of enemies again. Not that it was hard, I mean it was fast forwarding the whole time, but... I just like complaining, okay? And that guy can cast Moon Flute, which berserks the whole party. It would actually be kind of helpful, because they're all just attacking anyway before the enemies can do anything. And, yeah, they would just get stronger. Okay. Here is a nice place to use Ifrit. And for flame scrolls, but I don't think we need them. Save them for a high caliber enemy, I don't know. Oh. Well, that wasn't so good. Oh no. Well, we have a solution. I like when I get confused and then a frog attacks me, I feel much better. It always helps me to have a frog attack me. I can't be the only one, right? Oh dear. You're freed. The seal. You've... Very soon the Master Seal will be blown wide open. I'm gonna have to make those battle messages shorter. Alright. We'll go with 2. So that, you know, they're still a little bit visible when I inevitably fast forward through something I shouldn't. Oh, that sounds really weird on fast forward. Makes you realize the chord progression is so simple. Yeah, now we gotta go back to Karnak to talk to Sid, but I think I'm gonna go to bed. I think we'll just get that scene moving. We left like one tile of space around the desert intentionally for you to do this. Probably not there. What is this unmarked house? Oh. Just an unmarked house. Imagine playing like a modern game and having like a 5-minute loading screen when you walk in there. I was playing... This is fun. This is a fun story. I was playing the game Citizens of Earth, or rather, I wasn't. My 4-year-old was. He picks up the gamepad, he starts random games, but he's playing Citizens of Earth, and he legitimately enjoys it. He can't read it. He doesn't really know what's happening, but he knows when he's losing. He knows when he's winning. He fights random monsters. He's grinded his team pretty high. It's actually kind of neat. So he kind of understands what the game is. He doesn't know what the people are saying except the voice lines. I don't know. It's quite funny, my 4-year-old playing Citizens of Earth. Why did I start telling that story? There was a reason for that. What was it? It's quite amusing playing Citizens of Earth with my 4-year-old. He asked me for help beating, you know, early enemies. He usually knows what to do, and his team is getting strong enough that it's stopping mattering. He just keeps going to the same place and fighting the same enemies, and yeah. How does that relate to what was happening in this game now? I have literally confused myself quite a bit. I would like to play Citizens of Earth on a stream one time. It'd be good. Why was I talking about that? Oh, because of walking into a... Yeah, long load times. It's really dumb. You walk into a small house in Citizens of Earth and then there's a loading screen. It's not that bad or anything. It's not like playing Legacy of Kain on a PlayStation 1, but... You know, it loads for like 6 to 8 seconds for you to walk into a house to talk to a person who doesn't do anything. You know, that's frustrating. It's nice that we don't have that here in this game, I suppose. Okay, I'm gonna get some sleep because I'm getting up with the kids in the morning. But this was fun. I'm glad I can keep doing this. Nice having a visitor. Pretty good. And, yeah, feeling pretty good about this party. The lack of healing, though, we can see is going to be a problem. I'm gonna need Phoenix Downs eventually. I'm gonna have to spend that 50,000 gil. 50,000? I can get a goodie. I can also get a harp at this point, I think, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll have to try that. Yeah, I wonder what I should do next. There's lots of things to do. And if anyone's watching, feel free to leave me a suggestion by some means. That'd be cool. Cool. Alright. Thanks. I'm gonna be done. Good night.